Ham.
Yesterday, our eating challenge, Ando, saw you and myself and 3 others in the Hungry Heroes fly through 3 states, eating everything in sight to try and get our names on plaques in pubs and restaurants around Australia.
Early start.
Very early start. We're on a 7 o'clock flight.
Which is ridiculous.
It's about 5 hours before midday for people that have access to a clock and would like to do the countback.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
On a Sunday.
Couldn't believe it. But anyway.
While God's resting, we're up and at 'em.
Exactly. And
popped on our Lycra. Now,
and we thought Sunday was the best day because it will take the restaurants by surprise.
Yeah.
No one thought we're going that early.
Sneak attack.
We had to put on our Lycra outfits. Make sure you go to hamishandy.com. You looked exquisite.
Thank
Ham,
you.
I should point out.
You looked terrific
did you
too.
have problems? You and I just walked straight to the airport in them. We did.
Took nothing. That was our motto.
We took nothing.
Got in a
except
cab.
Our stomachs.
Got in a cab.
But nothing in our stomachs.
As a giant chicken with a cape on. I loved it.
Yeah. And in the
Something to
morning,
be said for wearing a one-piece Lycra around.
toilet stops were difficult.
Yeah, there's something bad to be said about the toilet stops.
Well, that's why back in the 1800s they had the flap. Sailors while they had the one piece, they still had the flap at the back.
Absolutely.
Made sense.
That's why Spider-Man, before he goes to fight crime, he'll always you see him look down at his checklist, and it's like, got your suit, yep. Number ones, yes. I don't want to be having to unzip at the back, take the whole front off.
Did you find it hard to reach the zip at the back?
Yeah, because it's a standard unitard superhero outfit that zips up at the back. Yeah. It's very, very difficult. I got a housemate to do it.
That's
all superheroes share house. Batman had Alfred. Superman had a guy called Darren that he just hung out with.
Well, I needed Darren.
You needed Darren.
I had to kind of start the zip and then give myself the worst wedgie possible to try and reach it at the back.
Yeah.
And finally got into it. But, would have loved a housemate. Oh. I was short of going next door to the lady next door and saying, just give me a zip at the back.
My first day as a superhero, sorry. I should have thought about this.
This would have happened to Superman as well.
My cape's a bit tight. Do you have any skills on a Genome that you could help me alter my... I had a lovely cape because my outfit as Chicken Man, because my specialty, my food that I had to take down yesterday was a giant schnitzel.
People say that fluorescent yellow and mustard don't mix.
Ooh, have a look at the website, hamishandandy.com. I think we found
this. I was cape.
on trend for this autumn's new trends.
Yeah, exactly. Haim, we met up with the entire team.
Yeah.
First stop was we're in Brisbane.
First up, Brizzy.
And we're ready to take down a very hot burger. We're all in the car, in the Hungermobile.
Spirits are high.
And we're ready to go. Everybody's just in their own part of the car, the Hungermobile.
Yeah. We've got Matty down the back, the meat master. He's in brown.
Yeah.
He's dressed he's got Viking horns and a big meat belt buckle. Yeah. To our left, we've got Timmy Hello, the noodle ninja. Yeah. Completely in black.
I'd say he looks the most menacing in the black.
He's lucky he got black because you're in sort of a bluish purple arm in fluorescent yellow. And then sitting in front of us, we have Holly Hot Chili Woman as we're on our way to her event. We're very much like the X-Men in their minibus.
Yeah. I know. They'd have aircon that works, I suppose, opposed to us.
Well, I mean, you probably look the dumbest here because you're Captain Freeze, yet you can't help cool us down in any way. You've got a necklace of fake ice cubes, yet you're still sweating. I know one man who would have eaten a fair bit over the weekend, Matty Hands, our meat master, down the back. What did you have over the weekend, Matty?
I put down a few steaks and, just a lot of water, trying to stretch the stomach out to make sure I'm ready for it.
Yeah, great.
Do we know that works, or is it just your theory?
Oh, no, it's a theory I was told by somebody else, and I've put it to the test. We'll find out today.
Well, I feel like with confidence check, outfits check, minibus check. I feel we're ready.
The annoying thing is, I'd normally be wanting a snack now on the road, but I've got to focus now. From now on, nil by mouth.
Hamish and Andy.
Our effort for the Hungry Heroes to take 5 heroes flying through 3 states and take on eating challenges from any restaurant that put their hand up and said you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Our motto was, yes, we can.
Yeah.
The American president rang us and said that's been taken.
And we said, sorry, mate, did you eat the hottest burger in the world? Click. Not interested, Obama. Yeah. You cancelled your trip and now you're having a go at us for our motto.
Exactly. One of the people's representatives, when we put the call out, was Holly, the hot chili woman in Ballingall.
She's eaten the hottest chili at the Easter show. Mm-hmm. And for people that know Easter show levels of hotness, chili-wise, that's right up the top. That's the Everest of chili. Yeah. Now, There is a burger that's available in Brisbane that proclaims to be the world's hottest burger.
We had her set.
Yeah.
We had her ready to go. We got out there, and it was dinner time.
People have come here to see something die. Now, it's either going to be the burger or Holly, but someone will not walk away from this challenge.
We were outside, people, a good turnout, 50-odd on the street, and we're ready to see the burger if you are, Holly.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh, there it is.
That's a big burger.
Yeah.
The chili burger.
That's large.
She's been issued with gloves because it's that hot. You don't want to touch it with your hands. Crowd countdown. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hot chili woman!
Oh, it's fine. She hasn't broken a sweat.
Oh, we got dogs for him. That was actually Holly's stomach.
At the start, I was wondering how hot this burger was going to be, but when I first put it in my mouth, it was nothing. There was no pain, there was no spice, there was nothing. I was very, very, very confident when I first put it in my mouth.
I saw Holly's burger and I knew it was very hot, but I still did want it. I really love food. How is it, Hol?
It's not a problem at the moment.
Can I taste it? What if I put a pinky finger in? But I'm starving.
Yeah, Haim did his usual move. He stole a little bit of food off Holly's plate while she wasn't looking, and I think he immediately regretted it. Don't swear.
How are you eating that? So hot! Just for people that aren't clear, is what I was feeling at that point.
Here, have this.
Can you get a glass of water or something? Glass of milk?
Troubles did arise with the taste. The onions got to me. I started to taste the onions about halfway through my second half, and it just broke me down. I couldn't take it.
We're struggling with the taste, not the chili factor. No one expected this.
No compliments to the chef.
It's not the chili at all.
She's saying it's not the chili, it's the taste. You've got a disgusto burger.
This is like being 2 steps off the summit of Everest and a lion getting you. No one saw it coming.
Moments later, I saw a look on Holly's face, which could only mean one of 2 things. What time is it? Or I really need to vomit. Oh dear. I've got the hat here. Oh, Timmy!
Oh no.
Let it out.
Oh, is that a vomit?
I'd still wear this hat.
I think that's it.
It's it. You call
We've
it.
got a vomit. We've done halfway.
Say it's over if it's over.
Like, there's no shame. You've killed half the burger. No one expected the onion factor.
The onions have really made me ill.
The onions have done it.
It's not the chili. I'm not feeling the chili. It's the onions. The onions have really made me sick.
I'm throwing in the towel.
Onions were your kryptonite. There is no shame in that.
Guys,
ladies and gentlemen, she did half the burger.
Amazing result. Amazingly done. Get us some milk. Get us some water.
Amazing, Hol.
We are back in the car after the hot burger challenge. Mixed feelings for everybody. Holly, how are you feeling?
I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed with my effort, but I just couldn't do any more.
Well, I'm feeling the chili. I had a little bit of it, and unfortunately for our next competitor, Tim, you thought we were putting it on when we were reeling around. You grabbed a little bit on the way out.
I did, mate. It's bloody hot. No, I'm glad I'm eating noodles, that's for sure.
Not the ideal preparation for the ramen noodle challenge. Just heat your mouth up.
It's really hot.
That's all he could say for the next 15 minutes.
Hamish and Andy.
Andy, it's a special edition of the show today. A recap of our Hungry Hungry Heroes challenge yesterday, which saw myself, yourself, and 3 others fly across Australia clad in lycra and superhero outfits, taking on various eating establishments at their signature challenge food.
Yes,
to get our name on plaques.
Our chili expert, Holly, couldn't dominate the hottest burger in Australia. So we are 0 wins from 1 start at this stage.
But could we fast forward a second for everyone to the final challenge of the day where Andy, Captain Freeze Lee, took on Pat the Iceman Bertoletti?
The 7-Eleven had flown out Pat the Iceman, and I was to take him on for a world record for the icing on the cake of what we thought would be 4 in a row wins up until then.
We thought it would be our 5th winning event. Now, obviously, that didn't happen because we lost our first one. But by the time we got to the Iceman, spirits were still very high, and we had full faith that Andy could attempt to slurp a Slurpee faster than this guy because you're a good slurper.
Yeah, trying to avoid brain freezing alike. We were going over the rules. This is how serious it was. There was an official out there.
He'd come from America.
Yeah.
He's in a referee shirt, the old black and white, sort of like the basketball referee shirt.
Yep. And
He's
I was
come out.
questioning one of the rules.
Now, there's another slurping referee that 7-Eleven have as well on the board of slurping.
There's 2 of them, and I was questioning one of the rules. There was a little bit of toing and froing in the 7-Eleven.
So he's pulled out the official parchment, right? The official parchment of the rules of the sport of slurping. Now, this is the sacred document of slurping.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it seemed that since this guy had come out from America and probably didn't have any other paper on him, he had in very small handwriting at the bottom of the sacred parchment written a few things that might have indicated he was short on any other bits of paper.
We picked up on this. This is us discussing, and he's about to hand over the rules to us. These are the official rules, everybody. Have a listen.
What's the other official's name?
Ricardo.
Your man anonymous.
Ricardo
So
Thomas.
he doesn't go crazy on them.
Yeah. At the bottom of your own list, which is buy pants. Charge camera. Email Emily. Buy mail postcards. It's just like the Constitution of America. I'm pretty sure when the Founding Fathers signed it, they also had polished boots, buy a new hat, sharpened feather for quill, buy pants. Well, we can see the list has worked. Here they are. Are these the pants?
But you haven't ticked the box off.
Someone get a pen.
He'd written his own list on the only official rule book, and it included buy pants.
It did detract somewhat from the officialness of this, the 10 Commandments of slurping.
This happens to people, Ham. This happens to people. 13, 10, 60.
Because he'd written it so small too, because he obviously didn't want anyone to see it.
Yeah.
But again, he's out here travelling. He had to buy pants for the event. He needed to email Emily and all the other things that were on the
Charge
list.
his camera.
Charge camera.
13, 10, 60. What have you used for a list? A friend of mine used, there was a thank you card for going to a wedding that his partner hadn't read.
Yeah.
And a phone call came through, and he just grabbed it and just wrote this whole list of numbers across the front of it. And then it was more his partner's friend than him. And she's gone, and did we get a thank you card? And she said, yeah. He said, yeah, it's just on the bench. And then she's like, why did you use the lovely thank you card I wanted to keep forever, my best friend's wedding, and you've written a list for Domino's Pizza on the front of it?
Not just thank you card, it was a notepad as well. It was a gift.
Jessica, your husband's done something similar.
Oh, yes, he's quite handy with his paperwork. I had the kids' birth certificates. I had twins a few years ago, and they'd just come in the mail, and I wanted to show him, they've just arrived. I was pretty proud, and again, just got the pen out and started writing Dorcas Street, South Melbourne, while he's listening to someone on the phone, something for work.
Did you have
Advantage being they are twins, so,
But understand, it was my fault for leaving it there. It certainly wasn't his fault.
You've got to put things in a high place and not leave no sharps lying around.
Thank you, Jessica. Will, your dad has done the has it been in a situation he's used something probably inappropriate for a list?
He has, yes. And what actually happened is I received my offer from VTAC for university.
Yep.
And I'd only applied for the one course, and I was really hoping I'd get into it. And I got into it, and I was absolutely pleased as punch, and I left it on the bench in the kitchen. Anyway, so I went off for a while, and I came back, and I had no idea where it had gone. And it turned out my dad had written out a recipe for dinner on it.
What was the meal, Will?
It was from memory, it was a curry.
Were you accepted into a cooking degree?
Yeah.
So, Will, don't you need this paper? Do you need to use this paper? I mean, or is it just for your own benefit you want to keep it?
You do need it because it's got a number that you need to enter on the VTAC website.
Yeah,
and so I then had to actually call VTAC and actually get that number back off them.
I'll exchange you one chicken tikka masala recipe for my entrance number.
Thank you, Will. Daniel, you might be in big trouble for what you use for a list.
Oh, guys, how are you? Yeah,
Very good, Dan.
Up until a couple of years ago, my mum used to be a Sunday school teacher, and I tell you guys, you've never seen so many Bibles in one house.
Yep.
But I used to help her out and carry some stuff around, church to home, home to church, whatever. And it was one Christmas, and I was in desperate need to write up a quick Christmas list, and had nothing in the car but a little handheld pocket-sized Bible, and just thought, oh mate, God will forgive me. God will forgive me. It's all good. But yeah.
I'm doing it for Christmas.
That's it. I did it in the name of the Lord, yeah.
Yeah, just do it in the nativity bed.
That's it.
Daniel, chapter 1, verse 1. I'd love an Xbox.
Thank you, Daniel. Mick, you've done this. What was it that you used for a list? What document that was important?
It was my wedding certificate.
Oh, that's not a good one, Mick. That's generally, people want to hold on to those in mint condition.
What did you put on your wedding certificate? What was the list? So what was so important?
Well, it was my ex-girlfriend's phone number too, so that made it a bit worse.
It was not.
Mick.
Why?
How did this happen?
Well, it started out, so we hadn't been married that long, actually, and it was when we were changing her name over into my name.
Yeah.
And so it'd been planned, we're going down to all the places, your Medicares and all the rest of it, and I had the marriage certificate, and I left it till the last minute before we left to go find it anywhere.
Yep.
So she ended up going to work, and I ended up finding it, and I accidentally screwed it up and threw it in the bin.
Oh,
so
okay.
lucky the rubbish collection hadn't been yet, so I had to tip the bin over the road and go through it all, and I finally found it. And then, when I was on my way to work, I had to write down the phone number, and I seen this screwed up piece of paper on my seat, and I thought, that'll do. It's nothing.
You make a film about the adventures of this bit of paper. Then I left it outside my car, I got blown away, landed on a boat, it went to Italy.
Thank you, Mick. I don't know how well that would go down on the marriage certificate. Stick around, everybody.
I had a bit of sauce on my mouth. I thought, I need a napkin. Yeah, there's that bit of paper again.
Hamish and Andy.
We went to a Japanese restaurant. I'd sworn by my mate from school, Timmy Hallow, said he has to be in the team, Ham. He was like a Labrador. He would just never stop.
Doesn't have an off switch, yep.
As soon as we arrived at the Japanese restaurant, he was about to take on the ramen noodle challenge. 1.3 kilograms of noodles and meat, as well as 2.5 litres of broth.
Chicken soup. Now, you had to keep it down. He had an hour to do it. Obviously, we all had specific and stylised superhero outfits. Tim's was all black with a black cape.
Being
and
a noodle ninja.
Sort of a kamikaze headband on. Embarrassingly, as we got to the Japanese restaurant, the lovely Japanese lady there said, your headband's upside down.
Did it have Japanese writing on it?
And we said, thanks very much, thanks for the tip.
So way to a flyer. This is how he started things. All right, we are in, is it Kamachi? Is that how you pronounce it? The Japanese restaurant for the ramen noodle challenge.
We've just been told that Tim, the noodle ninja Hallow's bandana with Japanese writing on it was upside down. That has been fixed by the staff here. It now is the right way up. We still don't know what it means, but it should read, Dear Noodles, prepare to die.
Yeah. Small window seat, which is nice.
It is nice.
The table for 5. Not many people in for the meal at 2:45. But Timmy, you have had a look at the photos of the other people that completed this challenge, and you're pretty confident.
Pretty confident looking at the previous winners.
Are you just going off their size and stature?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. look at James Bossy, he's tiny.
We couldn't help but notice with Timmy on the wall of fame for people that had completed the challenge, there was a very, very gentle-looking old man, and we thought, if he can do it, Tim can.
Yeah, well, there was 17 on the wall out of possible 400 and something, 50. And looking at the blokes, I thought, I was in with a chance here.
You're about to take
whenever
in
you're ready.
3.8 kilograms of food.
It's a baby's worth. It's the size of you're eating a
size
baby.
of a giant baby.
Yeah.
Giant baby.
Have you eaten a baby before?
I have not recently.
Not recently?
That would have been terrific training.
Well, let's bring this on, eh?
Bring it on.
Here it is, the ramen.
Oh, look at the size of her.
It's huge.
Oh, it's almost broken the table.
She nearly fell over.
It has almost busted the table. It's an Olympic swimming pool size ramen. Tim, time has started. Here we go. First bite. It's a ramen noodle challenge.
Away.
Check your temps. Check your temps. How are the temps?
Always check your temps. Seriously, kids.
You're hungry, aren't you?
He is hungry.
Definitely hungry.
Actually, really hungry.
Don't make him laugh.
When was the last time you ate?
A while.
Stop.
At the 10-minute mark, I was flying and thought, yeah, this is over.
Just over halfway.
You've done half. You're a machine.
If you want to go for a jog or something and come back...
If you've got stuff to do, if you need to go pick up something, make a few phone calls. Ramen noodles consist of noodles, broth and chicken, but the chicken barely got its tail feather wet before Timmy had demolished it.
Do you reckon a chicken would be honoured that it went that quickly, or annoyed?
Glorious death.
Or do you reckon annoyed, though, that it didn't even get a show?
I think anyone that's involved in history loves the fact they're involved in history.
Yep. Yeah, good.
Like, you'd be annoyed if you're a slave, but if you're going to be a slave, build a pyramid.
Yeah, good call.
Be involved in history is the motto.
Yeah, but
for anyone.
Yeah, but a terrible one. I think Tim was an idiot. He was drinking Coca-Cola like it was going out of fashion, and he said it was for technical reasons. I think it was hampering the challenge.
I was criticised for the use of Coke, but I stand by that technique and thought, you know, I needed to clear some room, and the only way to get the gas out was to use the carbonated drink of Coke.
Are you chasing that burp, aren't you?
Yeah, it's right there. Just wants to come out and...
How big do you think the burp is, size-wise, gas-wise? Cricket ball?
Yeah,
Ping pong ball?
about this big.
Oh, really?
About that big?
How do you feel about...
Oh, was that it? Nah. Yeah? Is that it?
I got to a point with the challenge where I was chewing and just wasn't able to swallow. Guts were cramping, got the sweats.
This is what they talk about as being the wall, Ham.
And you're fighting this ramen, aren't you, Timmy?
We are fighting.
Here we are.
It's a battle. It was always going to be.
It's always going to be a battle.
Because the noodles keep expanding in the broth, though, it looks like it's an ever-ending bowl at the moment.
It does, doesn't it?
But you'll be fine.
It's a bit demoralising like that. Like Space Invaders, they just keep coming.
You're on your third Coca-Cola.
Should you have had another litre of Coke with this challenge?
We'll find out.
You are looking at a bowl that has not many noodles left in it now.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I just can't even swallow it at the moment.
No room at the inn.
What's that?
No room at the inn?
I might have to sit for a bit.
Sit. Maybe stretch out your intestines a bit.
Get inside the noodle's mind. What would the noodle be thinking now?
We'll go for a walk.
Go for a walk. He's going to go for a walk.
He's going to go for a walk. All right, he's going to go for a walk. Give the man some space. Give him some space.
It got to a point where I knew I wasn't going to be able to go on, and I thought if I could just walk off a little bit, maybe I'll come through.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
Just need to stretch it out, bit of fresh air.
It's going to pop.
You're going to pop?
It's literally going to burst out.
Oh, jeez. It's a lot of noodles and broth.
I mean, a lot of noodles. It's so much you wouldn't be allowed to take it as carry-on on the plane. It's more noodles than that.
It's gagging on it.
You stared into the abyss and you've stepped back.
Yeah.
And you didn't vomit in the abyss either, which is good of you because you can do anything in an abyss. It's massive.
No one ever finds
No one would mind. You didn't have to clean it.
Head back in.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do it.
Do it? All right.
Cue Rocky music.
Good work, Timmy. Or unlicensed sound alike.
Well, after losing the first challenge, and I'd been that confident all day and thought I had this, it was either do the challenge or go down throwing up.
So you're just going to go hell for leather?
I don't think I can.
Are you just going to sprint it home? Go, Timmy.
Yeah.
Just eat and don't think. Oh, no, Timmy! No! Oh, no. Oh, no, Tim's run outside. That was the face of a man that isn't not going to spew.
He's outside. He's against the wall.
He's spewing on a church. He's spewing on a church. Tim's spewing on a church.
I did vomit on a church. I'm not proud of that, but if you were there and saw the state of the church and the paraphernalia around that church, I don't think I was the first.
With that projectile vomit,
that was great.
Goes the
God, that felt good.
Goes the dreams. That's all right. We'll leave the dreams there on the other dreams.
Oh.
2 down.
I know.
We are 0. We are 0 from 2.
We're just the hungry idiots at the moment.
We're not even that hungry by the looks of things.
Well, I mean, we said we were hungry, but we are now no wins from 2 challenges. Poor Timmy, he went down fighting.
Hamish and Andy.
The Hungry Heroes Challenge. Our effort, our hope, our dream of having 5 plaques in the name of the People's Show because the feats that we could achieve was dashed because so far we've got none.
None from 2.
None from 2.
Now, it was my turn to step up. I was dressed as a chicken.
You were one with the chicken. You're dressed as one. You're ready to go. And this is when we approach the Austrian Schnitzel House.
I'm in a setting where I'm about to eat chicken and chips, and I should be so excited. But instead...
It's a big beer.
That's not trick photography. That's the actual beer.
Here it goes. Cheese.
Just let that sit that
by itself. Oh, they're ringing the bell.
Schnitzel challenge.
Schnitzel's here.
Good luck.
What sauce is this?
It's gypsy sauce.
Oh, can I request a different sauce? I don't really like mushrooms.
That's a bad start!
Well, yes, it was a bad start for Hamish, but after a sauce substitute, an SS, he was ready to go.
Start the timer.
The timer has been started. Schnitzel's come out. I would say it's the size of, I don't know, 5 hands? 3 good palmers, maybe? There's another sauce there.
What's that one?
That's pepper.
Lovely.
Pepper.
Thanks so much. Sauce switch. I knew gypsy sauce was a problem.
Definitely feel we're a chance here.
Count and choose. Got to count and choose.
He's away.
Just put me up a garlic sauce, please.
Doing what he does best. Eating fried food.
Oh, I didn't
Hamish,
say that like 1, 2, 3.
your body's ready. I looked at your body in that outfit. Your body's ready. 5 mouthfuls in. Has not taken a breath.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Is there any chance of you making...
Too much. Too much.
What are you doing?
Too much for one mouthful.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you look great.
You do.
Yeah. For someone wearing fluorescent yellow and a mustard cape, he looks terrific. I never thought I'd say that. Check your temps there from Hayne.
Always check your temps, kids. Always check your temps. Chicken man says, check those temps.
And they don't speak with a mouthful is the second rule.
Manners had momentarily left him, but besides that, I think he was doing really well.
20 minutes in. Talk me through it because you've slowed down.
Yeah, well, my mouth just taking a little while longer to chew it up.
Mouth tiring?
Yeah, I'm about to finish the second of 3 schnitzel. Things were looking pretty good, and then, unfortunately, I just started to hit a wall. Sadly, a wall made of chicken, the one thing I didn't want to eat.
Oh, no. Come on, mate.
That's all right. We got time.
Plenty of time.
Why do we all get so confident? I think we're the idiots. Yeah. How confident were we 20 minutes ago? Look at him. He's real bad.
We might not be very good.
Oh, the call of the cockerel.
Oh, what have I done? I've swallowed something the wrong way. This is not a spew, this is just for comfort.
If you win this, we'll both do the chicken dance. Think about how much fun that'll be. Oh, yes!
Well, it would have been fun. I mean, my wings were poised for the all-time chicken dance. Unfortunately, Hamish went into a chip coma instead.
I'll never get to your chips. No. I'll kill you before I stop eating chips.
Think how many good times we've had.
This has been there for me sometimes when you haven't.
Oh, come on, I've been there watching you eat them.
As a last resort, I swallowed my pride, since I couldn't swallow anything else, and asked the Austrian owner for some advice.
I had a girl the other day, about 45 kilo. Her name was Amanda, and she finished it in about 55 minutes. I don't know. Maybe you should go and ask her how to do it.
This is the Aussies against Austria.
It's exactly like... I saw what your bobsled team said to those Jamaicans too. I've seen that film. You're very snippy, Austrians, aren't you?
He's on the last schnitzel, everybody.
The pain's in my body. Chicken's hurt me. This chicken hurt my body.
You're getting pecked all over, mate. Anyone being sick is disqualified. Cleaning of the bathrooms is a $50 fee.
Probably cheap, considering what I could do to the bathroom right now.
And if you finish it, you get a free dessert.
What are the desserts?
Talk of dessert had Hamish back in the race, but only for a second. I've seen that face before.
We're in a bit of trouble. I've got time. Can't swallow.
Do you want to have a walk?
We're out of room.
That schnitzel is like Jesus. Or Mary and Joseph, and there's no room at the stable.
Well, I could put it up my manger, but I don't want to.
Things were bad, really bad. But Hamish was trying to fire himself up, I suppose.
Hey.
You started.
What?
You have started your own chant.
Hamish, you remember the old days when you were a child?
Yeah.
What did mommy say when you didn't eat? One bite for mommy, one bite for daddy, one bite for your sister. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you did it, didn't you?
I do. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I grew up with Jared. That's why he's reminding me of it. You were great around the house, thank you.
It was time for the fun and games to stop, and now it was time to get bloody serious.
I'm in disbelief. I love chips, and I never thought I would ever have a moment where I was struggling to eat chips.
No. Be the chip.
It's all the chicken.
Oh,
cock-a-doodle-doo!
Cock-a-doodle don't. Oh!
I got you, mate. I got you. Oh, yeah.
That's all good. That's all good.
The rooster crows.
Oh.
And the farmers wake up. Oh, she is one big rooster. Oh, his chewing's not working anymore.
I remember Jerry, the Austrian owner, gave me a pair of scissors and indicated that I could alter the red and white Austrian flag into a less manly flag.
See here the Austrian flag?
Yeah.
If you cut the red one off, you've got the white flag.
Oh. He got the surrender.
Well, tell Austria it's war.
Yes, it was war against Austria. As soon as Hamish clipped the flag in half, I knew he was on. Unfortunately, the battle was short-lived.
Oh, piggy. Save some for later, Augustus.
The buckets come in.
I have a fair few friends and relatives who find Hamish very attractive, but I can guarantee that none of them would have wanted him at the end of that chicken schnitzel.
Andy, old friend. We came bloody close.
It's over. It's over. Oh, jeez. It was over.
It was over.
And guess what, everybody? 0 from 3.
I came close. There's probably about maybe 200, 250 grams of the chicken left, only a few chips and half a stein of beer. But there is only so much one man can take. I found the spot, Ando, where confidence runs out and your body takes over and says, if you're not responsible enough to look after me, I'm kicking everyone out.
Photos of the stuffed chicken at hamishandandy.com.
I'm so sorry. I did everything I could.
He left devastated.
I was a sheepish chicken. I was a hideous experiment gone wrong.
Hamish and Andy.
We're wrapping up our Hungry Heroes Challenge. This is where we said that we'll put together the best eaters we can on behalf of the People's Show, and in us they trust.
Yep.
We will travel around to different restaurants. We won't let you down. A restaurant that says, hey, a kilogram schnitzel and 800 grams of chips, yeah, we'll smash it. Hamish's name will go on the wall in the name of the Hungry Heroes.
Interesting. You used the phrase there, we won't let you down. Yeah. What if we do let you down?
How would we all feel about that?
Because at this stage, that's exactly what we're doing.
0 and 3. We haven't won 1 out of 3. But Matty the
No one expected this, Annie.
No. Matty the Meat Master Hands. He was selected from many of the listeners that said, yes, I should be a part of your eating team. Mm-hmm. And, Haim, we've just left your demoralising defeat.
Yep.
At the hands of a chicken schnitzel at an Austrian house. 200
grams short before old Sally Spew got hold of me.
We're in the Hungermobile and we're ready to go to Matty Hands' challenge. It's at hamishandandy.com. All the photos of the cockerel getting defeated by itself because Hamish has got an amazing chicken outfit. But let's pick up the action. Deathly silence here in the car, in the Hero-mobile.
So I'm still so sick. I'm just spinning around to face you. There's so much chicken and chips in me. So much schnitzel and chips I didn't vomit out. I probably didn't even get half out. Ow.
We are 0 from 3, as you would have been aware, and Matty Hands, the meat master, is all dressed in brown and so focused. Matty, if I can just steal you away from your thoughts for a second, how are you feeling?
I'm ready to go.
You seem
hungry?
We definitely need you to win this. Then at least we can be the hungry hero and just take off the ES.
And we can be friends of the hungry hero.
We arrived there and there was a fair bit of pressure put on my shoulders from everybody else not completing tasks through the day. But I was confident.
Ribs and rump, Matty Hands, you've taken off your horns, you've taken off...
Down to business, boys, down to business.
Your steak belt.
I'm ready for it.
Matty, we're coming off 3 contests, no wins, no name on plaque.
Matty, you look around the table and all you see is demoralised faces, shattered faces.
Shattered souls.
Let's get this thing going,
Matty, may I put your bib on, sir?
You may.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
When the waiter brought it over, it was more than I'd visualised. I hadn't actually put 3 kilos in my mind yet of meat, and it was quite a bit.
It's a whole cow.
That's come off an elephant. There is not a cow big enough.
It's good taste.
Meat to me, that's just one of those wonderful things.
If you eat this, it makes up for all our failures. I'm really inspired by you, Matty. Going to have a good, long, hard chook at myself.
Once I finished the first one, I thought I was a good chance of finishing all 3.
You're looking very good, Matty. Double thumbs up as he chews. He doesn't mind.
What would you miss to say if I told her that the TV was on at home?
I probably get shot at the moment.
You're really enjoying yourself, aren't you? 3 kilos of steak in the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm living the life at the moment. What can I say?
Basically, in Bart Simpson's face. He said, don't have a cow. Matty said, I will have a cow.
Yeah.
I'll have most of it.
I just started to slow right down there. Started to feel it building up.
I did a little bit. Not too much.
Matty, you just rubbing your belly there? What's the tactic?
A bit of self-burping.
We're seeing a familiar thing.
We're seeing a man turn into a goog.
Yeah.
Full as a goog.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it. I can't get gone.
Are you gone now? Are you nearly gone?
Indicate to me where the meat level is in your stomach.
It's
above the mouth. The hungry heroes are staring down the face of their 4th consecutive defeat.
Straight set.
If your stomach could say something to the camera right now, what would it say?
Get out.
Get out!
Get out.
Who put all this beef in here?
That image of leaving the steak there is still in my mind. What I've learned about me today is it's definitely a foe to be reckoned with.
We talked about failure not being an option, and it seems to be an option.
I think we have to admit now that we've had 4 in a row that a few of us are using it as an option.
Hamish and Andy.
Still 1 hero to go.
7-Eleven, and we should thank them because they came on as official sponsors. They got us around the country. And slurping is a sport. You can do it today in 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And they had flown out Pat, the Iceman, the world champion at slurping. And
all you had to do was beat the world champion, Andy.
That's all I had to do.
And finally, we would have won one of our challenges.
So it is like, you know, someone flying out Carl Lewis in the 80s and saying beat him in a running race.
but also you not knowing how you were running.
Yeah.
Going, that's interesting. I've never actually competed at running.
I feel fast.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know if you're the world champ?
Yeah, so we on another flight, we pulled up in our Hungermobile outside 7-Eleven. We could see Pat the Iceman inside. There was panic. Because we hadn't had a win all day.
It seemed like we spent a lot of money on Lycra and not a lot of time thinking about what we were capable of.
But I was ready to do it.
Just get in there.
Game on. Game face, boys. Let's go.
You don't know who could get the world record. Could be you.
So much failure today. It ends now.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's all win this for us.
Now.
Woo! Who is this guy? Who is this idiot? We walked into 7-Eleven and I wanted to intimidate Pat. The champ is here. Champ is here. Woo! Woo! All right, yeah. Andy Lee. How's it going? Hamish is my name.
Patrick.
Good to meet you, Pat. So, Pat, this is our final challenge here. We really need a win. What are the rules, briefly?
It's got to be up to the top of the cup and you got to drink half of it, and then you can scull the other half, and you can drink 250 mils of water if you want.
Okay, and you're the world record holder?
Yes.
Yeah, and if Andy beats you, he becomes a world record holder, and we finally win a challenge.
And he can go over to America and live my life if he wants.
Is that a good life?
Yeah, it's really good.
You probably want his life as well, just because of his girlfriend. So talk to me about that later.
I like that.
All right, let's drink.
Devastation for me. After a quick recap of the rules, I realised that I could not mix the 250 mils of water with the Slurpee, and that's everything I dreamed or trained for.
You can't mix it in with the Slurpee.
Oh, can't you? Oh. Let's change things. I have trained incorrectly.
We're going to need a quick meeting. This is really thrown Andy off, and for the rest of the heroes, it's a familiar feeling. The moment where you realise you're not going to win. We had to put controversy to one side, and there was so much of it we could still see it in our peripheral, but with the coast clear, we had to slurp.
All right, so if you guys are ready, I'll give you a countdown from 10.
Sure.
All right, 10, 9,
Go, Endo.
8, 7, 6,
Go,
5,
Endo.
4, 3, 2, 1, slurp.
Go, Endo!
Go, Andy, come on! Go on, Andy.
You got it, Endo!
Squeeze! Go, Andy, go! You got it, you've got it!
You're looking good, Endo. You're looking really good. You're looking good, Endo. You're looking real good, Endo. Looking really good, Endo. He might spew his up. Cut the ice. Oh, Andy! Andy! Snitchy Lee.
There you go, 34 seconds. 34.
I didn't do it. Did I?
No, you didn't. It was a lot faster than you. Well, it's been a sad day for the Hungry Hungry Heroes, and even worse, Andy made a mess on the 7-Eleven ice cream counter, which means they're going to call your parents. And you have to work here for 2 hours. Sick of you kids coming in here, throwing Slurpees everywhere. Okay. So
no, let's just soak this in, everybody.
Mate, I'll sit here in shame. Andy, look at me.
I'm looking at you,
I'll sit
mate.
here in silence and think about what I've done. Sit here through the hot 30. I'll sit here all night if I have to.
I'll think about what you've done. I'll think about what I've done. And look,
I'll sit here quietly till the breakfast show comes in the morning. Because that's what we deserve.
I'll sit here through the breakfast show. They'll just hear me sniffling in the background.
I'll sit here until analog radio is a thing of the past. People will be doing tours going, oh, welcome to digital radio. In there's the old analog station. Hamish and Andy is still sitting in there thinking about the day the Hungry Hungry Heroes didn't win any of their challenges.
The hurling losers.
The slightly peckish ordinary people won nothing. Nothing, Ando!
I know.
We spent all that money on suits and flights, and all we did was spew all over the country.
We've got some closing comments.
We are getting so much hate mail.
I know, we'll get to that after this.
I think after weighing up all the evidence, Ando, and just looking at the facts that we have at hand, I'd like to blame you.
Okay.
Because...
Very interesting, because I had you down.
I mean, you failed your event, but you
against
also...
the world champion.
You also nominated Timmy Hallow, the Noodle Ninja. You went to school with him.
Well, I'm going to blame Tim then. I'd like to formally, 131060 if you want to point the finger at someone.
Look at this.
Francis Dice has just emailed in to you, Ham. It just says, stupid chicken Hamish, for as long as the form allows it.
He's just cut and pasted that. He's 11.
No, he's written them all.
He's 11
Hamish,
years old, and I've
Linda.
never met a young man so full of hate.
This is from Linda. Hamish, you have let the people down. Of all the heroes, we put our faith in you. Hang your head in shame. I was telling all expats I know to download the Hungry Hungry Heroes Challenge because it's the people's challenge. Yeah. But you have brought us shame. You will be now known as a Hungry Hungry traitor.
Look at that.
I mean, that's tough, Ham, but that's the words of Linda. She's right. She's calling for your
I've
head.
been called an insolent idiot. Because obviously insolent because I failed to follow orders, which was finish that schnitzel.
You did. Michael, on 131060, who do you, and in part of this inquiry, who do you want to point the finger at?
You want to point the finger at Grumpy Dave.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's right. Yeah,
Why
our
was
boss.
Grumpy Dave not supporting the team? I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Exactly.
That's a very, very good point.
And when people from the top aren't supporting you.
Where's the ripple effect?
Yeah, where's the ripple effect?
We
Yeah.
just fell over without a clear leader.
Joe on 13-10-60. Who do you like?
lads.
Yeah,
I just like to point the finger at myself. I should have jumped in earlier. You weren't there mentally or physically. You need someone like me to train you.
Joe, I was going to blame you.
Joe, I thought I was there mentally. I thought I did my preparation. I had a giant meal Saturday. I thought my stomach was stretched. I then fasted.
Yep.
Look, Joe, I can't make excuses. I've never been so ashamed in all my life, and I need to hear these things. I need to hear words like insolent and traitor and idiot and giant chicken.
Semi-professional, that's all I can say, lad.
Yeah.
So, if you ever do it again, give me a buzz and I'll teach you how it's done.
It's bloody amateur hour out there. Joe, as I was vomiting, I felt like I vomited out a lot of my pride.
Yeah, it sounded like that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the pride's been left there in an Austrian schnitzel house. I'm not sure if we're going to get
splattered all over the floor.
Look, Haim, we've failed. We've done that.
And I think, to echo Michael's thoughts, Grumpy Dave should resign. When something like this happens, you need a scapegoat.
Exactly.
We hereby announce the
manager.
resignation of Dave Cameron.
David
has resigned from the Oz Stereo Network. That is all. Press release. Dave Cameron hereby resigns. We wish him and his new child and wife the best, but unfortunately, them's the breaks. Dave, great knowing you. Sorry you had to go down for this one.
But, au revoir. Your boxes are packed, and Grumpy Dave, you're out.
Wish I had that schnitzel for you. Sorry, everyone.